Hi, I'm Adam Pearson. I am a licensed mental health provider in several states, and uh, I am providing independent medical opinions for veterans seeking their mental health benefits from the VA. I wanted to discuss what a IMO or independent medical opinion is, or it's also stated as a Nexus letter, and what I provide is a medical nexus. Now, when a veteran files for a claim, and I only do mental health because that's my scope of practice, and you can file physical and mental health claims. So a nexus would be, for example, a stressor or an incident that happened while you were in service that is connected to having depression, anxiety, trauma symptoms, for example, impairing your personal, social, and occupational areas of life. Um, and so an independent medical opinion, I provide those for veterans in all 50 states. Number one, your case is federal, and number two, it's forensic, meaning I am evaluating you and diagnosing you for non-therapeutic reasons. And I was also trained by a psychiatrist who was also an attorney, and that's how you really need to look at your claim, as if you're going to court and you need all the evidence, because let's be honest, it's the government and the system and about writing you a check. In mental health, the ratings are 10, 30, 50, 70, and 100%. And I've written hundreds of Nexus letters, and it's all online. I provide psych testing assessments, and I screen you for various diagnoses: PTSD, depression, anxiety, panic disorder, insomnia disorder. There are many diagnoses, and usually veterans have 3 to 5 diagnoses, but the diagnoses are important, and that's one of the top 3 reasons mental health claims are denied. There's no nexus, no diagnosis, not enough medical evidence. So I provide the psych testing as medical evidence. A psych test would be equivalent like an x-ray for a broken bone. And so you get to turn that in with your claim. And so in an IMO or a nexus really can be a game changer, especially if you've been denied before. But I always recommend them because one tip I always talk to veterans about is watching 1 or 2 YouTube videos on the benefit of the doubt rule. The benefit of the doubt rule is a law that got passed stating basically in summation that if there's a doubt whether your mental health symptoms are being originated from life or from the military, they have to give the claim to you based upon, well, many things, including underreporting. For example, when you joined the military, they told you not to ask for help, and so the benefit of the doubt rule, you want as much evidence as you can, and so not just my evaluation or the psych testing. You want to write a personal statement, getting buddy letters. Buddy letters are also known as lay statements, but that would be equivalent to going to court and having character witnesses. And so any documentation you can have helps. That includes from work, not being able to keep jobs, calling into work, being reprimanded because you're arguing with your coworkers or your boss, losing jobs. Any documentation that you have, you turn in with your claim. And so, and a medical nexus, so you can have a nexus. You can say, well, I saw my friend killed, therefore I've got PTSD. That is a nexus. But a medical nexus, which is what I provide, independent medical opinion, is stating, I believe it is more likely than not that veteran John Doe developed major depressive disorder due to his military service. And And that's one thing. You want a provider that knows how to write for the VA, and for example, more likely than not is the strongest statement that a provider can state in their letter. That means I believe that it's at least 50% or more greater chance that your mental health symptoms are impairing your life due to your military service. And there's a few other statements like at least as likely, or there's it is least as likely as not, is a very weak statement, basically a negative. And so, and it's also independent. I'm not associated with the VA. I'm objective, and so I will review your medical records, and it's all online. You get to do it on your own timing and schedule because, and this helps with your C&P exam. Sometimes if a Nexus letter is strongly written, now this is minor of the time. I'm very straightforward, but you might not even have to go to the C&P exam because I've provided everything that would be in the C&P exam. I'm showing that there is clearly the etiology or the beginning of your mental health symptoms started when you joined the military. And that's one of the first questions I ask a veteran is, did you have any mental health issues before joining the military? Predominantly everyone says no because they wouldn't have let you in. And even if you did, you passed MEPS and say you had depression before you joined the military, well, then more likely than not, the incidents that occurred, your stressors that happened in the military worsened the depression. And so I'm going to post different videos, but this is just an introduction. I am licensed in multiple states. You can find me on Psychology Today, or you can comment on this page if you would like my help. I charge $500 for everything, and that is very cheap for doing an eval, or because I evaluate you on my own, I diagnose you on my own, which really does help, and it's comprehensive. I hear a lot of veterans say they're going to file for PTSD, and I kind of pause them. I'm like, well, most likely every veteran has trauma, depression, anxiety diagnoses, and so. And then I ask, do you have panic attacks? I'm like, oh yeah, well that would be panic disorder. And so with mental health, they take all diagnoses, all symptoms impairing your personal, social, occupational areas of life, and it's all one rating. So if you have one diagnosis or 7, it doesn't matter. But you're on filing for different. You file all in one, but it's you want a robust claim, and also let's get you better. So let's figure out what you have going on diagnostically so you can seek treatment and get better. So I want veterans to have their claim, their rating, with the check in the mail every month, and I want you to get better as well. So, and that's being a comprehensive mental health provider, or healthcare provider. Health is healthcare, to care about you. So hopefully this helps. I'll be making a couple other videos and posting them. And again, my name is Adam Pearson. I am a licensed professional counselor, licensed clinical professional counselor, a certified mental health clinician. I am a licensed practitioner of the healing arts, and I'm a qualified mental health professional in various states. But also, any independently licensed provider can provide an IMO or a Nexus. So on your physical claims like headaches, migraines, a nurse practitioner, a physician assistant, an MD, anybody can write one. You hear there's a lot of information out there that's not accurate. Now, I've seen, and every VA is different, every state is different, and you got to remember the person who decides your claim and rating, the adjudicator or the rater, they are most of the time not clinical. And so That's why you want the C&P examiner. You know, that's a whole other ball game, your C&P exam. I'll make another video on that, but uh, you got to remember. So I've seen where some veterans have just written a personal statement. I know of one in Kansas, and he got a 100% rating. I know of other veterans who have paid a psychiatrist $5,000 for exactly the same thing I do, and they get turned down just like that. So that's the system you're up against. And so I've written hundreds. I've done this for 5 years now. This is my primary focus of my practice. Um, so yes, if you have any questions, you can um, put them in the comment section. I'll answer them, or I will put a link to my Psychology Today. You can email, text, or call me. Everything's online. And again, it's because it can be overwhelming. And it's very important also who files your claim. A VSO, Veteran Service Officer, they're free, but you want to get one that really advocates for you. Basically, to fight for you like an attorney. There's also veteran coaches, and I work with a couple. Or you can do it on your own. You can have a law firm do it. That's just everybody is different. Every claim is different, and so you don't want to rush a Nexus letter. Like there's companies out there. I can get you a Nexus letter in 48 hours. Well, that's a red flag because it's probably going to be half-assed done. I'm sorry to be blunt, but I just am. And they charge you $2,000, and it's a nurse practitioner that doesn't even. They spend 20 minutes on the phone with you. So that's not comprehensive. That's not robust, and that's not caring about you. And so people ask me, should I get a Nexus letter for a first-time claim? I would be like, yeah. I advise them, yes, if you have, because I'm $500. I charge $500. Again, that is cheap. Most of the time, they are $1,500 to $5,000 because a lot of times you want to get approved the first time because if you're denied, you'll probably still get eventually approved by doing a higher level review, and then if that doesn't work, then it's going to the Board of Appeals. That could take months to years, literally. You'll get the back pay, but you got to go through a law firm, and then you'll end up getting a Nexus letter anyway for your supplemental claim. So throwing a lot of things out at you, but hopefully this helps, and I will post a couple other videos on this page as well. Again, thank you, and I will do my best to serve you. Thank you.